Welcome guys, this is your host Ankit Pandey and you are in ArcGIS show. This is our episode 2 of ArcGIS show and we are going to talk about geodatabase and shapefiles. What is their difference and what they are. So let's begin with geodatabase. What geodatabase is? Geodatabase is nothing but the collection of data which we are having. Multiple data together which we are keeping for easy access and easy work. Multiple people can access them. Geodatabase can be characterized into two types. One will be of normal type of geodatabase, that is geodatabase commonly which can be shared between multiple peoples, while there will be another type of geodatabase which will be personal database. So that is the thing which you only have for your personal uses and can't be shared with multiple people. What geodatabase is, first of all? It is nothing but collection of different types of sets of data which is either spatial or geographic. So first of all, there is an important tool within the ArcGIS from which we can know about many other definitions. So that is within the help box. Yeah. So over here, as geodatabase manages the data, so we can go to the manage data and we can learn more about geodatabase from geodatabase. An overview. What is geodatabase? It tells about many ways we can define about geodatabase, what its work is, how it works. So first of all, if you're talking about geodatabase, there are fundamental data sets in geodatabase. First of all in them is feature classes. Then this is the most important aspect over here, because inside feature classes, like geodatabase have multiple feature classes, like what will be the feature of that information it defines. So multiple kind of feature information can be within a single database. Then the thing is here, like geodatabase is used to rasterize the data set within the ArcMap. So what we do is we create a data set and then we raster it so that we can get an output within the ArcMap. So first of all, for doing this raster, we need to learn this geodatabase. Then we need to learn about the layers, like how to convert the data base into a layer, and then we can use it and create the features and create the raster we want. Those things which we will learn ahead in more detail. Then we are talking about what is shapefile. Shapefile is nothing but a similar type of thing, but instead it does not have many feature classes. The thing is, it is only one type of feature class. We are only talking about one type of feature class. It can be easily shared with multiple peoples, and plus we can do multiple functions together within it. While as in geodatabase, we can't do multiple functions. Like if we want to add, we have many functions within the attribute table, we want to edit it and engage with it continuously again and again during the work. So shapefile is more preferred compared to geodatabase, while it is nearly impossible in geodatabase to do that. So mostly according to my choice, I prefer shapefiles. So if we are working within the, let me show you. They just go to the catalog. I have created a geodatabase. Let's delete it and create it again. Okay, let's just go new file geodatabase. I talked to you about now that personal database, and then there is a database connection. I mean, like we can share these database which we have with multiple people for working together. We all can work together. So we need to keep the name first for the geodatabase. Let's just keep it. Geo. The extension for geodatabase is .gdb. That is the first and basic thing we need to know. While the data, the file which we save within the ArcMap has the extension of MDB, MXD, sorry. So this is like we have created geodatabase over here. Now within the geodatabase we have multiple feature data sets. So like what is the feature of the data set which we are having? Like we have created boundaries, we are creating boundaries. So this is the feature of the data set, that it is boundary. And within the boundary, let me create the feature data set first. Let's give it boundary. Next. Then it will ask about the geographical, latitude and longitudinal location. So I have chosen the word one, and I'm going to use this one. Yeah. If you want to save to the favorites, you can keep it from here. Let it be just normal and move ahead. So this is the thing over here. We have got our geodata set. After getting geodata set, what we can do is, after getting geodata set, we can create feature classes also. For creating feature classes, yeah. So what is feature classes? Feature classes is nothing but, like, that was the data set, boundaries, and within boundaries we have multiple boundaries. So we can define those multiple boundaries over here within that single data set. So let's keep name like let's keep it like boundary one. Let's just keep an alias, that will be no space need. That. Over here let's just keep it B1. Polygon, yeah, boundaries should be polygon. Then we'll do next. And now default, I don't want to change anything. Let's just keep the identity, that will be text. Okay, let's just keep over here name, and this will be text. Let's just finish it. Okay, now we have got boundaries. Okay, with the latitude and longitude. So we can just go to the editor and edit our boundaries and bring it to the map. So same thing we can do to the multiple boundaries we can create. See, wait, it needs a bit of time. Yeah, so what we can do is we can go to the catalog, and then we can add more and more types of boundaries within the data set from here. Okay, it will be much easier. Then what is the next thing is, like, if we have created many boundaries and we want to show some relationship, so we even have the relationship. We even have a relationship for many data sets. We can create relationship class between the data sets. Then this was what geodatabase is, and I don't prefer it basically from my point of view. We can start and edit from here and create our shapefile, but I don't prefer it. I always go for shapefile. Like, let's just create a shapefile, because I generally work with attribute tables, so I need to continuously change here and there again. So I prefer the shapefile the most. Just keep a name boundary, and it will be polygon. Coordinates, you can edit what according to our requirements. Okay, it's easy. It is created within a minute or seconds, boundaries, and it has come over here also. So if I am going to bring this boundary over here, I can again and again access the attribute table, which is very essential if you are working with the more complex data, to again and again access it, edit it. So this is the attribute table. While Working within the editor, editing and creating the map, I can access the table and put the values directly. While as in geodatabase, it is very not possible to do this similar scenario. Okay, so this was the all information we need to know about geodatabase and shapefiles. Hope you like the topic which I explained you, and if you like, please like and subscribe the video and channel. Thank you. We'll be talking more about in future in further videos.